I am Jacob Larkin, the chief designer of Cambrian, and I am here to give you a gameplay showcase as of November 2022, before the game is out. The game releases on Steam December 8th of this year, so be on high alert and be sure to wishlist it if you haven't already. It's getting really down to the wire on the release of the game, and I am very excited. So, as you can see, you have a huge selection of species to choose from. See, there's, let's see, Omnidens, two different species. There's Kriegmachella, Pamdalurian, the mediums, the small creatures, and the Parvibellus. Now, you might notice that if you're playing the game, that you'll have less species in the small category. That's because I'm releasing a DLC for the game December 23rd called the Dagwin Aspidae DLC, which contains 5 brand new trilobites. Now, we're going to hop on into some of the new characters that I've come up with. Let's see here. Well, for starters, there is a speculative species called the Flying Angel. This one is loosely based off of Hycoichthyes, but it's also like based on flying fish. And it is able to do a dart like this to build up a whole bunch of speed. So this one is going to be a very hard creature for predators to catch. Now, in the game, the basic controls are as follows. W, A, S, and D keys are for movement. If you're playing as a swimming creature, you can swim up and down and left and right and in all directions. To aim your creature, use the mouse while swimming and holding W to move forward. It might seem a bit complicated at first, but you'll get the hang of it in no time. Now, see, this creature right here that spawned below me, it's one of the AI creatures. It's Odontogryphus. There are many different animals that didn't make the cut for being a playable character. This is simply due to their lifestyle. See, creatures like Wiwaxia, as cool as they look, they move at like 1 mile per hour. So that wouldn't really make for a very fun gameplay experience, in my opinion. Now, creatures have 3 different dietary options: meat, sponges, and algae. Now, this here is a sponge. These, the big, tall, colorful spires and barrel-shaped things, those are the sponges. The algae are these little 3-leaved plant-like things that grow on the bottom. And meat is obviously dropped whenever you kill an opposing creature. Now, back on the word of controls, if you press the I key, it brings up some further information on your creature. You can press the... Oh, there's a predator. Okay. We got out of that hairy situation. But anyways, let me continue telling about the controls. E is the eat key, or interact key, whichever. Spacebar and right mouse button can be used for secondary abilities for your character. Not every creature has those abilities, and some creatures don't even have the ability to attack. Now, normally the attack button is the left mouse button, but in the case of the Flying Angel and a couple other creatures, the left mouse button does nothing. Now that is a Kriegmachella. Those are fast and agile predators that go after, well, just about anything that moves, really. So you're going to want to avoid those on your playthrough. Speaking of which, we nearly got eaten by one just then. Now, I have tested the game thoroughly to the best of my degree, and bugs are minimal, if any, but I do need as many reports as I can get to make sure that I've gotten all the bugs gotten rid of. Nobody likes bugs. Not even insects. See what I did there? Okay, enough corny jokes. Backspace is the respawn button. And let me change characters to a carnivore, this time a Paytoya. Now, fun fact about Paytoya, it is a radiodon, which I don't entirely know what the word radiodon means, but I do know that they have really cool mandibles. Now, this guy his mandibles are kind of curled up next to his head. Let me see if I can get a closer view. See? But yeah, holding shift will toggle sprint, and that allows you to swim or crawl faster, depending on whether or not you're using a swimming creature or a crawling creature. In addition, the game features a friend invitation system. Now, normally when you're playing the game, you will start in the server by yourself. The reason why there's no server browser in the game, that is because I cannot figure out an anti-cheat software to use, or I don't know how much licensing for those costs, and let alone how to set one up. But aside from that, that's another reason why I chose to do private servers, is simply based on the fact that I've actually heard of a lot of people saying that they would like to play a game where you play as an animal with just them and their friends and not have to worry about running into random players. So it's more of a design choice than lack of an anti-cheat, but lack of an anti-cheat is a contributing factor. But anyways, to access the friend invitation menu to invite your friends to the server, you can press escape, and your friends will appear on this bar off to the side. Now, currently none of my friends are logged on, but they will appear here and you can invite them. So if you're wondering about the multiplayer aspect of the game, it only works with Steam friends. You cannot encounter any random players in the game unless you have friended them on Steam. So if you're saying it's just like, how do I join multiplayer? How do my friends join me? Just remember that you have to invite them as a friend first on Steam, then invite them through the game. Now also, this is a anemone type animal. For some reason it's not wrapping its tentacles around my character to eat me, so I might have to investigate that in the future, but as far as I can tell, it works fine against the larger animals. Let's see if we can break open this. There we go. So this is a meat chunk. Meat chunks are spawned whenever you kill another animal in the game, unless it's a jellyfish. Meat chunks can be eaten by predators to restore hunger. And some animals are able to eat more than one type of food. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial / showcase of Cambrian Dawn. This has been Jacob Larkin, the Chief Designer of Cambrian Dawn, signing out.